how are you guys? Our topic for today is about React.js. And this is intended for all the BSIT students. We're taking up, of course, computer subjects. And before you start with the React.js, before you start with React.js, but of course, you still have a prior knowledge in JavaScript. So I want you to check my YouTube channel about JavaScript and of course study about what is React.js. React.js is the library for JavaScript. Correct me if I'm wrong. Today, it is considered as a library, but later on, I think this will become a framework. So let's study about React.js to handle all different types of document object models using the hook and states. But again, this is just a basic. We need only to demonstrate and of course use the React.js for a basic starter. And how to install the React.js? That's a big question. How to start the React.js? So we can use, of course, we can use the CDN, what we call the uh, content delivery hub network. I'm not quite sure about its meaning, and we have, of course, using the Node.js. So first and foremost, you need to use the Node.js. How to do that? Well, of course, we have two types of installation right here. We can use the online. At the same time, we can use, of course, the offline, wherein we need to install first the Node.js installation. And at the same time, you should have also your Apache server in your background. So what does this mean? So we need to say you need to install your Apache server to run, of course, the XAMPP, so that we can, of course, navigate and, of course, run a program using the Apache, what you call this program. Like, for example, if you're using your PC, you need to use, of course, your local machine host. And that is your what? 127.0.0.1. And then we'll run, of course, the ports of this program. I'm sure that you know what support. Okay, we will be using the 3000 port of the React.js. But of course, we need first to choose what method are we going to use when we start the Node.js. But again, we can use the CDN. This is the most easiest part. The content delivery network for your Node.js program using your Babel, what you call this interpreter to run the program across your internet network. Again, you can use the Node.js both offline and online for that Node.js. We need to install first this Node.js before you start with your React.js. So how to do that? And of course, you go to your folder here, and then you start install Node.js. And then from there, you can go here for the download Node.js library. As you can see, we have here, of course, the Node.js, and then you need to choose what kind of operating system are you using. So we can use, of course, here the Windows installer, macOS, and so on. And of course, it's two only. And you have here the following, specifications of your program. But again, for the lower version of your Windows installer, you can use the 32-bit. But again, for now, we're using the 64-bit. Okay, so all you have to do is to use the Windows installer and follow the instructions. From there, well, of course, the next part is you go now to your CLI, or what you call the CMD command. Okay, this is your CMD command right here. Okay, and then from here, well, of course, you can see that, of course, you have your Node.js installation. So when you start your Node.js, you have to use that Node.js, and Node. Then this is the command for that, and of course, you have here the prompt for you to run your Node.js. And from here, of course, we can test if this Node.js is running or not. So we can just let x equals to 0. Then we can say console. So these are examples from Node.js. Okay, the log. Then we have here, let's say, volume of x is. And then I have really introduced this in my previous tutorial. I hope that you can follow also. So this is how you start with your Node.js. Basic, basic perception is in JavaScript is quite imperative here. Okay, so I'm sorry, console. We'll make it simple. Console.log, and then we have here x. So it's 0 because we have this. I think I have, this is the wrong statement right here. Sorry. Okay, so we need to correct those things. Console.log, and then let us correct our mistakes here. Then we have here result of, let's put this double quotation, result of x is, then plus, and then we're gonna put here for the tick box, and then of course this is how you infuse the dollar symbol. This is where you print, of course, the variable for your output. Okay, then result x is here. That's correct. Okay, now we will exit here. So this is now part of your Node.js program. Now, assuming that you have already installed your Node.js program here. Okay, let us first make it bigger for our font here. So we need to use 24. Okay, assuming that you have your Node.js program installed. Okay, so this is your folder. Well, of course, we assume that already you follow the instructions, and then you create your target folder, and now you go to your cmd or cell I command. So what's next after that? So we need now to create or how to install the your first program, or how to create your first program, hello world program using the React.js. But again, we need to run here, of course, the sum. So we have here the sum program right there. Okay, well, the purpose of this is, of course, this will run as a background for us to be part of our auxiliary tool to run our server. Okay, so we're gonna click start right here. So that is already starting, and then we will have to minimize this thing. Let us wait further. Okay, let's minimize this. Okay, let us test the waters if this is already running. So I can say localhost. So as you can see, we have here some running in our background. Okay, now enough for this thing. Now we go here. Where's that? Okay, we will go now to our cmd command at the bottom. So if you want to install your React.js, the first thing that we'll do is, of course, we need to use the npx. Okay, so npx create, and then you have to run the program from reference. This is the name of your app directory. Okay, all right. So we are maybe I would like to encourage all the IT students and the CS students, or whatever is your course that's related to IT, or if you are this enthusiasm, we need to start with your Node.js program. Of course, you need to practice how to use the CLI or the CMD command. So npx create, and then you have here the npx. Npx is Node.js package program. Okay. So from the start, let's check, of course, the Node.js version. So we have here Node, and then V. What's the command for the node? Okay, I don't know what's the command for that. Let's check for that. Node. Okay, no. That is Node.js version 8.12.0. If you could have used a higher version of that, that's correct. Okay. Now, if you want to install, of course, npm, this is the npm package, npm. So this is the command how to okay, to see a list of the supporting command to run npm help. So we have here the npm. npm stands for Node.js package program. Node.js package manager. Okay, so we have to use the help command. Alright, so this is the examples for the help command for that npm install. So this is how you install your program. So in my case, I have already installed, of course, here the Node.js, so there's no need to reinstall this thing. Okay, let us go right here, and then we need to clear the screen. If you're using, of course, the iMac, you can use the clear, and then I am using the CLS for the Windows command. Alright, now npm, and then we can still install React. So that's how you manage to run the program and press the enter key. So that's how it goes. And then after that, well, of course, you can go directly to this command, creating your first program in Node.js npx. So the question right here is, okay, we go right here. Okay, how to start your your React.js program. Okay, number one, let us first what you call this wrap up what we discussed. Install what? Node.js. Oh wait, sorry. File, and then after that, of course, open your CLI or CMD or command in Windows. If you are using the Apple or the iMac, then you can use your terminal. Okay. What's next? So of course, you have to have this index now, and then after that, you have to change directory where you store your node. You install, okay, your Node.js program. Next, after that, and then run or activate or execute your Apache software. So what's that Apache software? That is your what? That is your of course, that is your Apache, or what you call the SAMP, right? SAMP stands for XML Apache is equal to PHP. Okay. Now that's it. So how to start your React.js program? Install Node.js, open your CLI command in Windows, Mac, terminal, change directory where you installed your Node.js program, run your execute your Apache software. Some you can use, of course, you can even use your cell phone and then you run it in your browser, or maybe on your cell phone. And of course, you can also you can only open the browser and then use the CDN. Later on, of course, we'll use the CDN. Okay. Okay, so what's next? Let's rock, and we'll proceed now to our program at the bottom. So we have to continue with the installation. So how to install your React.js? So we start first with npm and then install. Okay, you have to use npm install, and then you can say React, or maybe you can go to the React website. You check, of course, all the commands. It's right there. Now our case is to create our first React program. So you need to use the npx, and then same time we have here npx create, and then use the dash, and then React. So create React, and then we have here the create React app. This is imperative, and from here, of course, name of your app as folder. Okay, so that's how you do it. So here we will create our app here. Okay, what's the name for the app? So I will say my, let's say project 101. Okay, so this is my project 101. Let us press the enter key. And then, of course, while we will waiting for the Node.js to do that things, well, of course, we need first to review our instructions right here. Okay, this will take a while to install the program, all those components. And we have here the React DOM to commit object model, scripts, and other things. So, we let us go back right here first. Okay, so we have here how to start your React.js program, install Node.js. You go to the Node.js direct of website, rather. Open your CLI. CLI stands for Command Line Interpreter. We have the CMD. I am sorry, but of course, I think React is better right now. I tune it up and adjust it for your convenience. So number 3, change directory where you installed your Node.js program. Run your execute runs your Apache software, just like SAMP. Okay, you go to your SAMP directory also, and or you go to your SAMP um, website, and then you install the SAMP. You can use the SAMP LAMP or SAMP WAMP or LAMP. Okay, now let's just go back right here. So you can see now it will take time really to complete this thing. So installing packages, this might take a couple of minutes. And you see, it requires really that you have a good computer in your arm so that you can run the Node.js program. But you see, you can also check my tutorial in your JavaScript program. I have also my Node.js other tutorial, but this time we will be using the React.js. Why React.js? Because for one thing, React is well, one of the best UI and UX programming when it comes to website development. You can use also React in your desktop application. So let us wait for a while this thing is on progress. So number 1 is again we will go back right here. So you have to check first your SAMP if you have your SAMP in the background. So let us check our SAMP right here. So you need to go to your SAMP folder while we are waiting for that Node.js to install, that React.js to install. Okay, so you need to start your Apache MySQL here. That's all. And then we go back again right here. Let us check if, okay, this is now in the verge of finishing the application. So, if you have the computer, you need to use 64-bit of that machine. Okay, installing template dependencies using npm. So what's the purpose of these dependencies? Now, these are just like your package program. And talking about a package program, well, of course, these are your libraries, or if you are creating programs for Python and Java, well, of course, you can use the ready-made package program. Okay, so here, okay, so this is now the time that we finish the Node.js the installation of Node. The React.js program rather. Okay, so time for hacking, and then that's it. So we suggest that you begin by typing cd my project. Remember, this is the project we infused a while ago. So I will use now cd. Okay, let's modify it first. cd, and then I will use, okay, my project. Okay, and then we have here project 101. All right, so this is now the applications of where we started to create in our React.js program. So let us use the dir. dir stands for directory, and we have the following folder right here. So let us check the folder. Okay, So we have here the following. Of course, W stands for you display, of course, the directory in a sideways position. So we can check, of course, the folder right. We have the public and we have the CRC right here. So in your public, of course, we will check the first. What's the folder public? So we have, of course, the public. We have these are the following programs that were stored in public, and then we have two icons right here. We have one by icon, and we have two PNG. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics, and we have the manifest for station. Let us check what is inside for the manifest for JSON. Okay, so we can use a notepad, and then of course we have to use manifest point JSON. So these are now part of your JSON program. The name of the program is React App, and then create React App samples, and we have here the icon. So this is where we store the program. We don't have yet, of course, the URL right here. And of course, this is the theme folder set by the Node.js. This is just like your, the purpose of this manifest for JSON is your, JSON stands for JavaScript subject object notation. This is how you store the information in a text file. You're gonna what you call this control or housekeep everything about your React program. Okay. So here we have here the CD, and of course we have change directory. CD stands for change directory, and then we have the CD. We need also to go for another program right here. Okay, CD backslash or slash, and then we go back to our Node.js directory, and then we go again for our where's that program again? I forgot. Okay, let us go upstairs here. So that is my project 101. Okay, my project 101. All right. And then let us display that my. Okay, so cd my project. Okay, I think you can follow me. Then we go for the CRC. This is where we stored our program. We have the app.js, app.css, app this point.js. We have the index.js. So this is the program right now. And let us check what will happen right here. So we have to check, of course, the type, and then index.js. So this is the content of our program for that index.js. So this is a cryptic. This is well, of course, a bit cryptic for now. But again, in the coming what you call this tutorial, we will learn something. What's the purpose of this thing? And this is how you install everything. So we have here, of course, the React as your dependencies, and we have here the folder for the client, and we have the CSS folder. Point slash means it will look for that folder somewhere, and then import that up from up, and then of course more folders. Okay, let us check it again. So we have the index.css, and of course we will check, of course, the type that app.js. You can use also the notepad, then app.js. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So this is how your program runs, and then we have different types of external program enough for this one. Okay, let us go back right here. Okay. Then let us check. Okay, cd public. Let us check what happens in the public. Let's go back right here and display, of course, the stable program. So we have here the index. Of course, this is the main file. This is where we display everything. It's part of the UI UX. So as you can see, we have here the program for your React application. Okay, so you are not allowed to erase this thing. And at the same time, well, of course, if you can understand this already, then you can modify and tweak everything. Now, what happened is we need to, since we have this Node.js right now, so what's next is, of course, we need to run the program. So how to run the program? Of course, running the the Apache server in the background. So we need to use the npm start. All right, and then once this is starting automatically, if you have your default browser, so this will display now your browser in the background. Okay, for example, we have here React App, and then let us wait for a while. So this is now the output for that. This is where this is the output for your first program for your React.js. So localhost is 300. At the same time, you have, of course, is the logo. Where's that logo? Sorry. Where's that logo? If you want to stop this, you can press Ctrl C. Where's that logo? So the logo is right here. I mean, okay, let us use the public, the SRC rather. And then this is where you start with your logo program. Logo is SSV, and then we have the CSS. This is where how you animate everything. And then for your main program, of course, you can use the public. And then of course we have here the notepad, and then we can say let's check it. Okay, notepad index.html. So this is now your Notepad program. Okay. If you want to modify this program, okay, let us run it again. How to run the program again? So all you have to do is to use the command start, okay, so that you can activate it using your local host, that is 4,300. Okay. So this is now running. Now let us check if this is also available in our here. Okay. So what will you do is you type the local host and then type local host. This is your local server powered by your XAMPP, and then you can type here 3000. Okay. So this is it. This is your program for the Node.js. At the same time, if you want to modify this, well, of course, you can modify this anytime.